Hello, my name is Shadley and welcome back for another episode of 33 as German Empire. In previous episode we started doing a bit more, or slightly faster colonizing in Africa, let's just say. We did also clear out of the Duala remnants over here that had kind of reappeared after a rebellion that the British failed to crush. Partially because we may have landlocked half of the nation there. But yeah, so colonization is going pretty quickly there. We've also got a bit of a conflict brewing up with one of the nations in here. Brazen Expedition. Spanish expedition in South Cameroon has encountered our own troops, suggesting the colonial ambitions in the region are now in conflict with our own. I don't think I want to take it 13 infamy right now, so we'll back down from that. Because I think that would get us over 100, and that would cause a lot of issues. We'd have to start fighting loads of wars, which I'd rather avoid right now. Oh, our relations with the Dutch have gone foul. Are they still part of our market, at least? They are. Okay, let's just improve relations with them. I think we might have to do a bit more of that, actually. Let's improve relations with Sweden. No, actually, we can't improve relations with Sweden. Or Papal States, for that matter. What about... Well, I suppose Senegal we could improve relations with. And, well, I don't know if there's going to be too many other places that we really need to worry about relations. Maybe China, although I think, no, those are already pretty good. So we can ignore that. Right, and that, of course, is going... We're still losing a bit of money. Oh, there we go. Are we... No, we've still got the war with Senegal, of course. Which, admittedly, we are slowly getting ground. We've actually already conquered one of the states... Two of the states, actually. Technically speaking, although I suppose there's still partial areas that we need to cover. East Prussia would get manufacturing industry throughput for 5 years. I think we're still going to take that penalty in there. I don't... Well, it's going to have a bit of an impact on the GDP. East Prussia isn't like the highest industrial areas for us. And some bundling. Well, feminist movement, part of the petty bourgeoisie. You know what, we could probably... It's just, we kind of do want to get other parties in petty bourgeoisie, or other interest groups in petty bourgeoisie only in power. So, yeah, reducing their power a tiny bit would... hopefully help with the situation. Oh, there's still a bit of conquering over here, so they are still actually winning some combats against us. But I think we are going to be retaking a decent chunk of the area here sooner or later. And also, we've taken the Senegalese Guinea already, so they've still got the Windward Coast, which is probably mostly conquered by now. 70%. I think one more combat will do. And then all the troops that we have in here are going to move to the main front, and then we'll push the enemy back, most likely. Ooh, telephone is spreading. Well, that's quite handy. We're still getting the mechanized farming, though, but I suppose if we can get the telephone slightly faster, then that's not a bad thing, by any means. And, of course, then we'll get the electric railways, then radios, then assembly lines, or conveyor belts, and then the bottle blowers. I believe after that it's going to be these few techs over here still. We could get the nitrogen fixation, admittedly. That would increase the food production, although I suppose we're not really lacking in grain, are we? A tiny bit, but I suppose we've probably got a decent bit of groceries available. Oh yeah, we've got 3,000, okay. That's quite a bit, actually. Oh, well, there we go. That's now sorted out. So we're no longer at war, are we? No, and we can declare neutrality there. Maybe. The colonial administration, we can definitely expand our colony in Niger. Or Niger. And then we could form the colony in Congo, but that would be... Well, it's actually not that much GDP in there. But at the same time, I think that's going to be a bit of a limitation. Like, if we do form that, the colonies aren't going to be growing as quickly. Because I believe it's going to be... Well, they are going to have to do their own colonies in there. So we're just going to go ahead and colonize all of this, and then we'll form up one massive colonial nation, essentially. Well, it could be that they've changed that, but, like, I know that at least it used to be. Is there any decisions that we need to do? Oh, right, we could hold the Grand Exhibition. Sure, let's do that one. It's going to be quite handy. Now, it's going to take a while. It's about 5 years that it takes. But we've got 4 points there already. So it should be fairly effective. It's also potentially going to increase the loyalists from shopkeepers and whatnot. Insubordinate jingos. An officer in our African colonies has intentionally provoked the confrontation with Bangala despite instructions to keep the peace. We can either save face by going along with the officer's plot, or recall him, admit that we lost control of the situation and upset the jingos. We'll just increase the tensions a bit further. It's back to 100. I think it was already 100, to be fair. Yeah, so the colonies, especially the one in Bangishari, is growing so quickly. It's just a few days. I suppose actually Bangala are also colonizing very quickly now. Oh, and there's the mechanized farming. Right, let's go ahead and switch probably all the farms, really, to that. Let's see, those are going to be a bit further up here, aren't they? So, rye farms. Right, so that would be tractors. It requires more engines, less tools, though. The more engines, which admittedly are pretty high demand already. They might not be fully profitable, but it will reduce the workforce by another 500 per level. So especially with the wheat farmers, that's going to be a whole lot of workforce then freed up. Which can, for example, work in the factories. Now, we got a little bit in for me, only 94.1. So we might not really do any more expansion rather than colonizing, for the time being at least. At least until, like, I don't know, 1910. Just so that we can reduce the infamy sufficiently. Colonial exhibitions in Berlin. An exhibition displaying the wealth of our colonies across the world has been held in Brandenburg. Foreign visitors with displays of exotic animals, natural resources, and ethnological exhibition of Inuit peoples in a simulated native village. Oh, I forgot that we held Greenland as well. Astounding and educational. We'll get a bit more loyalists from the middle strata. Actually, let's actually have a look at these. So the upper strata is over 600,000, middle strata is 15 million, and lower strata is 42 million. That's a decent bit. I mean, to be fair, the population is not exactly small. It's still growing about 700,000 per year, which is fairly respectable, I would say. Ah, right, so the German Niger, there might be a little bit of locked in here where our colonials be, but the idea is this is supposed to be part of Congo, is it not? Let's have a look. That would be probably if we go through the declare interest. Yes, that would be part of Congo, so we might have to take away those areas anyway to make sure that the borders are nice and clean. Can I actually declare? No, I can't declare any more interest right now. And all the colonies that we can do are already underway. So, yeah, there's that. So Senegal still has 2 areas, one of which is completely separated. There's, of course, the British Senegalese. Or British Senegal that we might need to fight off at some point. Planning exhibition caused controversy as its opening approaches. Members of the Junkers have expressed their concerns about a mass of visitors becoming a potential revolutionary mob. No, I don't know. Surely something like that would not happen. Now, we do lose the extra authority because of that, but that's fine. We still got actually a bit of extra regardless. We're running a bit low on bureaucracy. I mean, it's not, like, really low, but we are definitely using a lot. But, of course, once we get the telephone switches, basically once we get the telephones, really, which is 7 to 10 months right now. So that shouldn't take too long. We'll be able to increase the bureaucracy even further if need be. Now, I'm guessing the embassies are still probably a no-no for basically everyone. No one's wanted to take the embassy, and I don't think we can actually invite to our poor block either. Able states, we've got a little bit advantage in there, but it's not large enough. So we can't really get them in. There's also some events happening in here. Spending a penny. Right, we can either spend... Oh, 20% of pops in Brandenburg among the loyalists. That would cost us 20,000 per week for 2 years. And landowners would get even more upset. You know what, we'll get some public restrooms in there. I think that's only fair. And there we go. The amount of radicals has, well, it's only 1.3 million actually. So we've got more than 10 to 1 loyalist radicals, which is fairly decent. And honestly, anything that is above at least more loyalists than radicals is already good. And if we can get that even better situation, then always good. Actually, are we still funding, yes, still bankrolling Papal States, I suppose we could actually see over here. Also bankrolling Argentina, which I believe had some revolt at one point. But it was just a tiny revolt over here, so that, oh man, they've been closed off pretty badly in there. Dazzling souvenir. Oh, production research speed. That'd be pretty good. Or society research. I think we're going to get the production research speed because that's what we're focusing on right now. Which means that we can get the telephone research even faster. Which of course then means that we can start producing telephones, which reduces the need for transportation a bit further. I suppose, actually, was that the case? Hold on a minute. Let's see, free... Oh, right, it's a part of the communication. And yeah, it's going to be a lot better communication than transportation. And it's only for pops of wealth 20 or above, but we are starting to have a fairly good amount of that, considering the average is already almost 19 standard of living. Matter of business. We could all use 1 or 2 extra pennies. More loyalists in Brandenburg from shopkeepers, which is probably not a huge increase in loyalists, but I'm sure that it's still a small amount at least. Oh, right, did we? No, we've got these 2 colonizing very quickly, and then these 2 are still colonizing fairly quickly, just not quite as quick, but quick enough to make a short run of all of these. How quickly is the British colony growing in here? Oh yeah, it's not growing very quickly, because they gave the areas to their colony. Oh, right, we lost an admiral, did we? Actually close the political movement, there's so many in there. So let's go ahead and get a, I think the brave one might actually not be a bad one. All right, and that needs to be promoted, doesn't it? Luckily, we got the bureaucracy for that. Let's get that done. How much do we have? Oh, okay, we got more than the gold reserves right now. Or the reserve limit. So we're not increasing the gold reserves all that quickly, but yeah. So we've got 56 million in the cash reserves, and the investment pool is still 25 million, which is still going down, even though it seems like it's growing, but it actually isn't. Spain appears to be discarding our claim on the colonial projects in Spanish South Cameroon. If given a certain enough reminder, they may be convinced to cede it to us. Ooh, that would be 19.5 infamy. Sure, I think they can have their island over there. That's what's basically the issue. Oh man, so is the wager over here, so it's okay for farmlands, I suppose. Or various things like there's dye plantations and whatnot. Actually, that reminds me, did we switch the I think we may have switched quite a bit of the textile mills to produce the luxury clothing. Let's have a look. So do we still have a lot of places that don't produce any? New Zealand doesn't produce any. We could probably go ahead and increase this. That does increase the employment, mind you. But yeah, it's getting a little bit more in luxury clothing because we are needing a lot more of it. It does reduce the regular clothing a little bit, but we've got plenty of silk. We've got the artificial silk already, I think a few episodes ago. Maybe Württemberg as well will get a little bit. So that's going to be a fairly good amount of increase on the production of that. Are we actually one of the leading producers of it already or not? We are the leading producer of luxury clothing, and luxury furniture, and automobiles, explosives, engines, fine art, small arms, ammunition, artillery, electricity, sulfur, coal, iron, lead, hardwood, oil, steel, glass, fertilizers, tools, porcelain, groceries, clothing, furniture, paper, transportation, meat, wood, services. And then we are number 2 on a few more things and all that. So yeah, a fairly sizable economy, let's just say. Smoke and cabaret. The opening of luxurious cabaret at the foot of the Montmartre Hill has made the nightlife of Paris considerably lively, attracting, of course, the attention and suspicion of the conservatives. But why is it nightlife of Paris an event in Brandenburg? We're going to either lose some authority, or we're going to lose some bureaucracy and gain some authority. We're going to lose a bit of authority, actually. Because bureaucracy, if we start losing that, it's going to be rather costly very quickly. But at this point, we don't actually need to increase the construction speed too much. It's already so high that the population can't really keep up with most of it, I reckon. I'm guessing we're also needing a whole lot more engines, right? Yes, now luckily, we are going to get the electric engines at some point in the not-too-distant future. Ooh. Oh, are the Dutch having a revolution? Once again, I believe they are. Oh, they are getting a lot of helps from other nations, so I don't think we need to take part in that. They've got a communist revolt, actually. Or, well, it's radical, but it's got the hammer and sickle or something like that in there. Oh, do we still have some armies that... Oh, right, no. 12th army... Where is this one? Oh, it is in here, okay. We could probably go ahead and just... Oh, that's... Right, it's irregulars. Let's actually have a look. So is that... Yeah, it's just the basic stuff. We're going to upgrade that one. And then we're also going to go ahead and move this one to the second Colonial army. There we go. So everything can be upgraded in there. And that's going to give us at least one more battalion from the local areas. I wonder if we can actually get through the Congo areas in here and just get into the Zanji, into the sort of smaller nations in here and just conquer all of that. Probably not impossible. Fireworks accident. They shall not have died in vain. The puns do hurt, but I do approve of them. Now, admittedly, even though we are kind of, technically speaking, losing money, not really. We are, well, we've got massive fundings and all that. We could potentially reduce some of the taxes, but at the same time, or increase even taxes if need be, but I'd rather keep the legitimacy up as high as possible right now. Well, increasing one set of taxes would give us 200,000 extra. It would be a lot of money, but at the same time, like, we're getting to the point where we don't really have enough workforce to increase the construction speed too much, because we are then going to have just a massive worker shortage everywhere, and that's going to start collapsing the economy eventually, if we keep going that route. So while the economy is still definitely growing, we don't need to worry about it too much. We do have the highest standard of living and per capita GDP. Mission to Africa. Jewish Christian missionaries want to bring the salvation of the gospel to a colony in Equator. Bring true faith is a vital part of the Colonial project. The conversion rate would be doubled. Migration and attraction in unincorporated states would be increased. And then Evangelical Union would get a bit more... You know what, sure. I'm not opposed to that, necessarily. But there you go. Telephone is going to be unlocked very, very shortly. We'll still need to build some of the factories, mind you, to get it in use. But that's probably going to be done fairly quickly. So, oh, we need more electricity in here. Won't actually be able to increase it too much, especially with the engine price being as high as it is. However, the electrical engine isn't too far off. Oh, and we can actually declare another interest, can we? So we can. Right, nothing in Africa needs an interest at this point. We could, well, we've got most of South America already. Could we go for Central America? Or we could maybe go for, we've got Japan already. We've got Southern China, we've got Indochina. Oh, right, because we got part of the islands there. We could go for maybe Indonesia. Sure. I don't think we'll actually do anything in there, but we can maybe do a bit of trade. Speaking of which, we don't have a huge amount of bureaucracy available right now. But the telephone now being unlocked, we can go ahead and just build at least one electric industry over here. I'm going to build that as soon as possible. Well, it's a bit expensive. It's 800 construction, which admittedly is mostly the same as most of the other factories as well. So it's not like insanely expensive comparatively to a lot of the other factories. But yeah, so I want to get that done as soon as possible. So we're going to provide a little bit of telephones already. We can then start maybe using... I think most of that is actually going to be used by the population, really. Oh, hold on a minute. There's some sort of journal entry over here with the telephone. So, expanded applications of telephone. Building is electric industries level 5 or higher. Workforce occupancy 75% or higher, and cash flows greater than 25%. Sure, we could actually just go ahead and give that a few more levels then. We'll build one more immediately, and then we'll build the other 3. Well, it's only 8 months of queue time over here anyway, so it's not going to take, like, all that long, actually, to go through all of it. There we go, so that's at least underway. Still got plenty of convoys. The fleet size could be bigger. So I suppose... Oh, right, all discovered. We're kind of waiting on getting the radios, really. The electric railways, that's going to be very, very crucial. Then, of course, getting the steam turbine would be very nice. One thing that I'm kind of wishing that they would add functionality is able to reorganize the text in here. Because if you set up a massive queue and then you realize that you need to research something else a bit sooner than that, then you either need to do the entire queue or remove the ones that you were in between and then push those all the way to the pack. And that's not really ideal. In cases like this, where I would probably want to get the steam turbine done before the conveyor belts, because the conveyor belts also require some electricity, and the electricity prices are quite high currently, I think. Oh, England's having a revolution. Well, good on them. Oh, Parma has expanded, I think. Or was Parma... It could be that there's a bit of attempts on uniting Italy soon enough. The question, I suppose, will be then that who's actually going to be taking the control. But we're definitely getting more motor industries built already. I'm guessing we might have... Oh, probably have a huge amount of job openings. Yeah, we do have quite a bit. I'm also thinking, can we get some more automobile production? Well, the engine price would be massive, but I suppose it would provide quite a bit of profit still, so we're going to do that. But I think soon enough we'll be hitting probably 300 million in GDP. Although the growth speed has slowed down a tiny bit right now, because, again, we're starting to have some problems hiring people, and we don't have open borders or anything like that to really help with that. If we try to pass that, it's going to cause a huge amount of turmoil, which I'd rather avoid right now with the high infamy and everything else already being a problem. Can't really try to... I mean, we could try passing the laissez-faire, but I don't think that would actually pass. We're going to hold off on that one. So honestly, I don't think, other than maybe going for gradual taxation if it was supported, which admittedly it is not, and it would actually provide even less money currently. I do actually wonder, institutions, so there's the law enforcement we could increase, but that's pretty much the only one right now. So I guess we don't need a huge amount of bureaucracy. Oh, trade routes removed? Oh, is someone's having a revolution. So who is this? It's a revolution in Ager. Okay, so that's whose trade deals are ending now. Because I'm guessing they are now like oh yeah, they probably don't have any ports right now there. Okay, well, that's unfortunate for them. Now the question is, of course, how quickly... Oh, and Spain joins in that one. So Britain's having their revolution. There's, of course, the revolt in Sumatra. Who's this then? Oh, in Bombay there's a revolt. And in Ethiopia there's a revolt. Well, Varzangale, that's technically speaking like Somaliland, but still. Or is it Somalia, actually? I suppose it would be Somalia. Well, anyway, it's down here. Oh, did we? Yes, we did get the telephone or electric industries right now. They have yet to hire anyone. I don't know how much of a profit they'll be making, but I suspect that as soon as they start producing anything, the telephones are going to be purchased very quickly. As soon as they supply, there's going to be a demand. And then the demand is suddenly going to start growing. Oh yeah, there we go. It's already growing the price a bit in there. Oh, that's actually not too bad. We've got 1.5 production, and the demand isn't actually not that bad. Oh, there we go. Now the demand is 6. Well, there we go. So they get the production started, and they produce a little bit, and then initially it's not that much in demand, and then suddenly it's increasing drastically. But yeah, so I suspect this is going to be very profitable investment right now for us, and I suspect... Oh, yeah, the throughput is actually going to be massive in there, isn't it? I suppose we do have the booster industries. Plus we got some other... Yeah, so that's 20% there, and I think we got some other boost that is like 10%. Or I don't know. Oh, is that... Oh, that's infrastructure. Oh, equator colonization completed. There we go. So that's now sorted out. Let's go ahead and get a few more colonies in here. We're going to actually... Well, that's already been... Oh, no, that's not colonized yet. Oh, that's all one state. Okay. I could start pushing into here, though. Getting into Nile. Now, we're having a temporary famine. I don't think there's going to be much of a problem, though. Like, if we have a look at it... no, it's not really a problem. There's about 1 million people that have mild starvation, but that's about it. And of the 120 million total population in our market, that's not really a huge amount. And what's this? Senegal having a revolution? Belgian, Senegal, and Cabo uprising. The Belgians... What? Oh, right, Cabo uprising and... Oh, right. They are part of Belgium. Somehow. I don't know how they did that, but sure. And then is France... So what is your relations with Belgium, then? I know that they are in your market. Right, they're getting military assistance. You've got an alliance with them. So I guess Senegal was... Oh, I think I realized what happened. There's a revolt, and then Belgium offered to join in exchange of getting them as a protectorate. The Berlin Metro, a new network of underground train station, has been inaugurated in Berlin, providing iconic and cheap transportation within city limits to commuters. So either we get a 10% throughput, or we will get more prestige. I think it's going to get throughput. Prestige is nice and all that, but we're already the #1. We don't really need more prestige necessarily, at least not like insanely amount of prestige. We're still going to be getting more and more while the economy grows and all that. Oh, all discovered in Friesland. Well, that's kind of handy. How's our relation with the Dutch? Have we managed to improve relations at all? They're still cordial. They would not take defensive back right now. Could bankroll them if we need be. Oh man, Spain is looking a bit of a mess there. Well, I suppose, yeah, there's been a lot of things that happened in Europe in this playthrough. And a little bit in Africa as well, admittedly. But yeah, so we're getting a fairly good amount of land in here for sure. And I think we might be able to actually close off the British colonies pretty much entirely by doing a little bit of shenanigans. Alright, so this is part of the same state over here. And then this is part of the next state down this way. We could always conquer Darfur as well. Oh, colonial clash. One of our colonial expeditions in German Gabon has encountered French troops in the region. German Empire demands return back and abandon design. Wait, what? Okay, it'll be 14 infamy. We could just about withstand that. It was 99.9 infamy. I wonder if anything comes of that. Do we actually have a claim now? No. We didn't give a claim to them either. But yeah, we might be causing or ruffling a bit of feathers over here. Oh, and would you look at that? Telephone prices through the roof. I mean, we are going to be building more electronics industries very shortly. I'm guessing they are probably doing a fairly good job at hiring more people. Yeah, there's almost fully hired now. It's still, yeah, it's got fairly good profitability in there. And we're going to be getting some more in a matter of a few weeks. A month or two, and we'll have another 3 of these, and that's going to be already pretty good. We might need to get some more. You know what? Did we start selling the... I think we probably did. Privatizing. I suppose the explosive factory is another thing that we could probably just privatize. Don't need it too badly. Paper mills as well, we can privatize. Synthetic plants, yeah, we could probably privatize. Motor industries we can privatize to get even more out of from them. I think we're going to hold on to the military shipyards. The electronic industries, I think we're going to hold on to actually right now. So most things we are privatizing already. We'll also do that for the opium plantations that we can. We can't do that for all of them. Most of the other plantations we can also privatize. Just to reduce the amount of bureaucracy needed, because we've got 511 nationally owned buildings. That's a decent bit. Well, I do see that we are actually out of time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please like or subscribe if you haven't already. Also got links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.